We're here in North Scotland, Perthshire, beautiful snowy weather, and we've just fired up a 12.24 swing over full smart dairy system, everything on it for a customer. So I'll take you for a wee walkthrough of it. This job is done with Fullwoodhead as well, so they're partners in Scotland and north of England as well. So it's they work with us through 𝗪𝗹𝗸, so we're installing parlours with them, and they provide the service and backup for their different areas and customers. So we'll go for a wee walk around. So come into the dairy, and he has an automatic plant washer, again a Guardian Supreme, and we can take in 3 different chemicals. So we have detergent, a strong acid, and then a parasitic then for the sanitizer. And it automatically doses them with the peristaltic pumps. And then we have here the sink for it. Customer also wanted, he's in straw bedding, so we have the parasitic pump in there for cluster flush, and then we have plate cooler and then bottom fill valve. And loads of room in here. He has his existing bulk tank, and then he can has room for expansion too. So go for a little walk through the whole thing. Through the corridor into this room. My stuff's mostly laying about here, but we have the smart dairy, herd metrics, so he's doing feed to yield, he's doing auto ID, his sort gates, and that is the setup that he has in here. He's done a really nice job with a toilet and a little area. There's going to be a little kitchen area in here as well for the staff. Farmer also has quite a big outfit for arable, and he does a lot of potatoes as well, so he's a busy guy. In here then you have your vacuum pump room, so we have our 2 water pumps. One is for pumping water through the plate cooler, and then volume washers, and then the other one's doing drinkers. And he has a nice little roller door here that he can bring stuff in, and then he has an automatic standby generator. A lot of people forget about that when they're doing a new dairy, that you need a generator to, if the power goes out, so it automatically switch over. So go back in, we have our air compressor, a slow revving cast iron piston type air compressor. We have our air dryer for making sure the compressed air is completely dry going out to the ACRs and to the shutoffs. We have the 𝗪𝗹𝗸 Airstar DSL, and it's all in variable speed drive, so it'll vacuum on demand. We have then our filter tank, and then our regulator as well for backup. Unlike a vane vacuum pump, these vacuum pumps can actually rev down till about 15 hertz, so because there is no vanes essentially in them, you don't need to keep a minimum speed to keep the vacuum coming. Then we'll go out, and as we come into the parlour then, cows come through here, collecting yard, and then this is the exit area, and we'll have then our sort gate there. So what we have here is 1224 swing over 60-degree individual trucks and stainless steel pans in them, so we'll take you for a walk through here. He's got great lead in, and he's got ear tag ID antennas on this side, and then the ID is controlled by the smart dairy. He's went for the heavy duty double crank rump rail and the hangers, so that's all 60mm pipe. And again, heavy wall, 4mm walnut. And then we have our individual troughs then, and they're all stainless steel. They have the bungs in them to let any bits of water out. And yeah, it's a nice, really good fitment for the cows. Cows are literally running into the parlour on their sack and milking. Take a video of that. Then we have our swing gates, so they'll close. All our gates, all compressed air, no vacuum operated on the parlour. The only thing that we use vacuum for is milking the cow. The rest of it is all compressed air, so shut-offs, ACRs, everything. We have then our balance tank, and what that's for is that we have a master reserve of vacuum. So again, if there's multiple operators attaching, they won't see any vacuum drop or difference in stability. We have our new stainless steel ACR, which is completely integrated. The ram is integrated into the arm, and it has side detection and auto start, so you just lift the claw and it will let the vacuum in. We then have 𝗲𝗍𝗶𝗵 pulsators, and then the valves as well down the parlour. Again, with this, the way we actually manufacture swingovers, they come pre-assembled, so we'll actually build this whole centre section in our workshops. And you can see here, that's a better one to show you. You see here this bracket, so we put in the cross members, we put in this brackets, and then basically we wheel in through here the swingover, and then we lift it up and roll it into the centre and attach it onto these brackets with the U-bolts. You can see multiple points down. So in this here parlour 12, it does it every 4, so there's 4 hangers down there that supports the whole parlour. Just keep. Then you can see the gate mechanism there. So again, great thing about the gate is it locks itself, so the cows can't push through it, and it's obviously set to the same angle as what the cow is standing there. Out the front then, we have then the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 2 horsepower Baldor with air purge on the system. So again, once you manually pump out the milk, you press that red button and it'll push the rest of the milk out with air, and then it's all variable speed drive. So we have a stainless steel receiver, and what will happen is milk comes in and it'll pump it out nice and slowly through the plate cooler, which I showed you before. Farmer couldn't believe whenever he seen how cold the milk was going into the tank. The tank has very little work to do now. Can't take all the credit for that as much as I'd like to. The water's really cold at the minute because of how cold the weather is, but it's still a lot better than what he had. And then we have obviously here is the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 air injector. So as you put in the wash, it'll automatically slug a line. It'll automatically slug the water right round and back into the receiver and then pump it away. Again, what's good about the pre-wiring is we have these junction boxes with that one is for our entrance gates valves, and then you'll see going down, you'll see the different valves, all compressed air for different parts of the parlour. So very easy if you do have a problem to go and see it. We have then our auger type feeders. So again, they're all linked to the smart dairy. So cow gets ID'd, she walks in, and what we've done with the herringbone is she will feed the first 2 stalls, and then that encourages the rest of the cows to come in, and then as they attach, then the rest of the feed is dropped then. Again, leaves it very, very easy for the operator, and then this will feed the yield. So as we build up a profile of a cow's milking, then we'll be able to feed her accordingly. As we come down here then, this is the exit area, and we're funneling the cows into the sort gate. And this customer requested that we wanted to have a taxis gate or a gate to stop the cows coming behind. So as we walk in, these sensors will pick up if a cow is in. Then we ID the cow, and again that's the smart dairy box. If she's to be sorted, the gates will close, and the gate behind will close, and then this gate will open and the cow will shed off, and there's a little non-return gate built into it. And then because this guy is straw bedding, he holds the cows for a little bit of time, so he has 2 groups of 60 cows each. We hold the cows to make sure the end of the teat end is closed over, and then he lets them back into the straw bed. You can see here the sort gate from this side. One of the good things is about the sort gate as well, with the mesh here, stops any interference, so if there's a cow standing, it won't read her on that side of it. That's the whole point of that. Yeah, really good gate for, great gate for accuracy, and like whenever you're talking about lower numbers of cows going through it, where some of my other customers, it's milking a lot more cows, they might find it a little bit slower because if you're opening or if you're having to close the back gate, it disrupts cow flow, but it's highly accurate. But again, it depends on what you're aiming for with your sort gates. And then you can manually control it as well here. So that if I hold there and we can go, see the back gate close. So again, when we're talking about that, that would be the setup for a cow there. So it's blocking the next cow coming in, and it's allowing then that cow to walk out and exit. Again, that's all linked back to the smart dairy, so you can, in essence, sort a cow on a time profile, or you can sort a cow. So when I say a time profile, you can set a cow up to be sorted at a certain time of the day, or you can sort her from the AMIs and inside the parlour. So I'll just go into the parlour for a look round. So customer has slide away jetters and then the extreme clusters, but because he's got cluster flush, they're hanging this way. So really good, flushing onto the floor, then cleans it all away. So when we're talking about then the ACRs, all stainless steel, we have a sensor in here for the quick start, and then obviously we have the tube, and then all the pipes are in stainless steel up to here, and everything comes down through the center. So again, what you can see there is the stops for a 60 degree. So again, and we can do that, we can retrofit this onto any parlour, but again, the stop here, and we can adjust this bracket. So if we have 50 degree, we can set it up to whatever way you want. Again, galvanized curb edge, and then we have our jetter line down below. So whenever this comes out of the jetters, that folds away like that. And then, as I said, in here we have our pumps, and everything set up nice and clean and tidy up at the front. So as we go back down then through the parlour, again, all stainless steel. We have our then button boxes here for that, and then our AMIs from 𝗏𝗏 are then all linked to this. So again, bottom of the AMIs, same height as the bottom of the swing arm, so it's very easy to lift, but also I can walk directly under everything here, which is what you want also. Some parlours might ask for it. I've seen a comment last night, you know, it's very low. Again, we can raise it up. We've got loads of adjustment on the bracket. The reason for it is there's 2 female milkers in here that are under 5 feet. They want to be able to reach the keypad, so you have to work with your audience as such and what the customer needs. So you can see all there, customers did a good job, put mats in for the operators, painted everything, really nice job. And then that is our ID board, so the ear tags will all be on the left hand side, and then all the plumbing work. So Electromac didn't do the plumbing side, but that was all the guys from Fullwoodhead, and they done all the auger work as well. So we supplied, basically between the 2 companies, we done 95% of the work for the customer. I'll take you out and just show you then the old parlour to see what he's coming away from. I think that's always good to let people see that. Oh, it's closed now. So again, you can see that's where the cows are coming in from, and the straw beds and through here. And I said he does a lot of potatoes. And this is the old parlour. 2 days ago they were still milking in here. It looks as if they haven't milked in here for a lifetime the way it is now. So just all the differences in new parlours, a lot more room around them, a lot more light. Like cows were coming in through here, up the side of cubicles, really tight to turn around and get up. Then even for the operator, everything's low, it's dark, you know, feeders are falling to bits. And then coming out here, the washroom. Did it work? Absolutely. Is he better off than what he's in now? Absolutely. So he's went from a 612 swing over to a 2448 swing over with full automation on it, including cluster flush. So yeah, as I said, hope you like the walkthrough, and we'll see you on the next one.